Alright guys, welcome back once again to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I am Papa Pepper. This is probably like the third shirt I've had on today. I've just been soaking them through, working on this nice hot day. You notice behind me, we definitely got some stuff going on in the whole root cellar slash storm shelter area. But I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about our garden tour today. So check this out. One thing is, none of these were here, last fall. I've got 5 raised beds. They're all coming in right now. This one is a little lacking in the front. There's some beans and some corn, striped japonica. Then we got the gourd beans coming up over that whole back area and growing across here. This is one the children have been working on. We'll be featuring that in a whole video coming up. So I'll kind of leave that for that. This is cool. Our volunteer passion fruits, right? Another one up there. They are just coming in. So pretty much anywhere that we've got things, this will probably be the first one right for us this year. But any place we've got these volunteers, like these passion fruits, we give them an area to grow. They're like the fruit snacks of the forest for us, one of our favorites. There's more growing like crazy up here. This bed's got a number of volunteers in it. I kind of showed you guys before. This purslane is banging right now. It's coming in amazingly. There's catnip, toothache plants, right? Peppers are growing up through there. Catnip in the back. Here's more of these guys. Just beautiful. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, a butterfly pollinating one right now. Let's get up there. There you go. So there's your beautiful passion flower. And people actually use those for tea, for like a relaxing nighttime type thing. But we know what they turn into, and we definitely prefer the passion fruit, so we just let them go. But that was beautiful. So again, here's another place where there was some growing up over here. So I provided this hog panel trellis. It's covered in that now. These guys are covered across here. Here you see another nice flower a little closer. Another nice fruit. And I wait till these guys are real heavy, and I actually let them drop to the ground first to make sure that they are ready. Oh yeah, I was gonna say there should be some mosaic long beans back here. So these guys are rather similar to the striped, the Chinese red noodle beans. These mosaic long beans. At this point, when they're still a little lumpy like that, they're still firm, and they're good. If you let them get a little more, this paper, the outside kind of turns papery, and the seeds will be mature for saving. But the best way I like to do it, just give them a twist. On these long beans, noodle beans, stuff like that, just give them a twist. That's the best way to have them come off. And they are nice and big. So let's check this one out that it was pollinating here. Yeah, nice looking flower. So, and these are the Fort Portal jade beans I got growing up here. These were saving for a dried bean this year. So they're covering this wall back here, and they'll keep coming. These are out of Africa. And if I open them up, let's see. Come on, you open up. You open up the other side. Oh, there we go. They have a number of different kind of shades of green that they go, but pretty attractive. So we can use those as a dried bean, just like we would our pintos, our black beans, or our great northern beans. Just trying to get some good variety in. So working on a feed station here. Marshmallows doing good there, and just kind of transitioning through some more of this area in front of our poultry pens. Wow, there's gonna be a ton of these guys coming in too. Same thing planted here with those mosaic long beans. But they are, and they normally kind of flower like a little bow tie. They come out in pairs, and then they kind of go again and again. So good to see coming across all of this. And this section over here, red pepper actually planted. He's got some of the kids' popcorn coming up and back. Desi squash, that one's ready to harvest. Another little one coming in over there. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Radishes going to seed, some corn coming, letting the mustard greens go to seed. Oh, I should really stop back there too. Back over here, we've got the achacha cucumbers we got from an American homestead. And let's see, a lot of our plants we like to grow are just stuff you normally wouldn't find at the supermarket. There's a couple of them. Look at that guy there, center screen. Like a baby green puffer fish. Here's another one. So, yeah. Baby fat achacha cucumbers. And this is the whole purpose of this trellis here. This is where we like to grow them. I'll back up to show you guys a little bit how that looks. And we're still early in the year. So I think they got a lot of growing to go. A lot of food they can still provide for our family. Oh yeah, the pond has been doing pretty good too. I actually did some of this earlier. You see that whole section there. And these, I mean, the camera don't really do it justice. But here's like a size 12 men's shoe on top of that thing. Yeah, but I got a video I plan on doing about some unintentional blessings of the pond. You can see all those dragonflies. Pretty cool stuff, I like it. Beets I ought to harvest. Apparently a woodchuck has been coming in nibbling down my broccoli. That was the stuff I was going to let go to seed and save. All this cilantro is about to be pulled because the seeds are pretty much fully done. And then we do got some cabbage still rocking it out right there. That'll be good. This hugel mound here, I finally rocked up the rest of it today, so I will be filling that in. And then we kind of head up to the main garden area. Here we've got some big Thai peppers and some sort of squash back there, some beans in the back, volunteer sunflower. An armadillo came in here and just trashed this. The squirrels were raiding the corn here anyway. An armadillo tore a bunch of this up. Some of the plants got completely lost, these cucumbers. A dead one on the trellis there too. But they were cranking out some fruit for us. I'm gonna see if I can't catch me an armadillo here tonight, tomorrow, sometime soon, and then marshmallow in the back row again. Here's where we got the tomatoes growing. Looks like our first one of them is ripening. A tomato. There it is. And tomatoes and peppers I got in really late this year. Not too happy about that. A couple of the, these are actually, you know, bought with our YouTube payouts. Some of these trees here are plums. This is a smaller variety, the sugar baby. I think there might be some, there you go, little watermelon forming on it though. Yeah, we'll get there. And then we still got, oh yeah, I gotta pull those. This is my lettuce bed going to seed, providing us with the seeds for the future. Here's where we had all of our peas planted. Well, not all of them, a bunch of them before. And now it's transitioning to Chinese red noodle beans. They're heading in later than I normally would, but look at that. I didn't even see this till right now. We're getting them. So just like the mosaic long beans, give them a twist and they'll go. And you can see the first two went here, and then we've got the next ones coming in. And for some reason, ants, I don't know if you guys can see them, there was one in my hand there. Ants like these guys. And they're just these little ants here, but they seem to help with the pollinating of it. They don't do any damage to the plant. So I totally let them go. And you can see, guys, right at the edge of my garden, like, weeds are starting to creep in here. Wherever I haven't suppressed, this stuff, the wild is just pushing back. And this is in disrepair. I'll show you that closer in a minute. I got my work cut out for me. All this has to get weeded and remulched. And the stinging nettle will have to get pulled out of here too. I love the plant, glad to have it, but not here, not now. Whoa, we got another one. So this guy's doing pretty good. Nice zucchini. I can even see a squash bug back there. Oh boy, he knew I was coming for him. He jumped. And then another one up in there. Another zucchini. Chard has got to get cut. I'm trying to keep up with it, but this stuff is, wow, definitely over 2 feet tall. Doing well. There is some squash growing in the middle here. Looks like we're having our vine borers find them though. It's always a battle. Trifoliate citrus, radish going to seed, big old rhubarb we gotta get cut back. This stuff is about 8 feet tall right now. These are the sunchokes, so there should be flower in here shortly. They'll get quite a bit taller. I still got to clean up this mess from peas. Sorghum growing there. The trellis for these guys, I had good plans for it, but I never really made it through. I dropped 2 trees on it. It's been left in disrepair. This is going to be like my biggest, beefiest structure out here to grow the cold hardy kiwis on. And look at that, he ain't got nowhere to go. He shoots out, loops around on himself, and starts heading back. I will have to clean this whole area, just like the rest of things. Muscadine's doing good. The strawberries are still pumping stuff out. I'm letting this purslane cover this area. One of the few weeds I let go in my garden. The Egyptian walking onions, look at them. I mean, they're putting on their next generation pretty good. These ones are about dried. They'll be ready. A lot of those. And I actually am going to redo this grape area. You guys can see those grapes there, center screen. I got some 10-foot T-posts I'm going to put in, do some stuff. These are dried seeds I got to save for the radishes. And then all these little beetles can get thrown in the pond. The fish will eat them. I don't know if there's any ripe strawberries right now. We were just gobbling them up a night or two ago. But strawberries, great ground cover. Muscadine grapes, this is a young plant too. But there are just grapes everywhere across here. So it's kind of cool. And then rather than pruning back on these big ones, I tuck them back into the soil and have them pop back out so I can cut them off and propagate them that way. These are my volunteer Malabar spinach. Some of those leaves, look at that. I mean, that's a good sized leaf. I didn't plant any of this. It planted itself outside of the bed is where I'm still pulling them up to give to people. These guys are running to the top of the trellis already. Just awesome stuff. To me, it's the best way to have greens all summer because they don't kind of bolt, they don't do whatever. They're there, they're dependable, they love the heat. We've got another squash bug. Oops, it flew away. This is a volunteer birdhouse gourd. So there we go. There's one coming in. I know there's others. Oh, he's doing pretty good. But for a volunteer, I'm glad to have him. Got our Urizoon Japanese wing beans growing back there. The figs coming back up. More catnip, I gotta cut that. Ooh, you guys got hit hard. Oh, man, see, armadillo came in here too. An armadillo came in here and was rooting around. Looks like it snapped off some of these squash. Not cool. I have to, tonight's gotta be my night then. I gotta come out here and figure out this armadillo and relocate it. I wanted to do a video about armadillos swimming anyway, so maybe I'll get that done here. Another volunteer sunflower. That one I planted. You can see, there we go. That one I planted. This one was a volunteer. Snake gourds are coming in. So I only got 2 plants growing on this side that are big so far. I've got some other ones I got to plant down there and kind of have them join forces. But not bad. They can join us for dinner soon enough. Another one hanging on the inside, all these little babies just coming in. Absolutely, there's a reason that this is one of my top 3 garden plants. Kikinda competition strain edible gourd. I just call them snake gourds. Get the squash bugs, let them live up to their name. Here we've got some younger ones coming in. There's some popping out. So I'm still planting them at this point, even though it's like mid-July. Hey, that's a volunteer noodle bean from last year. There should be some coming up over here too, unless a rodent ate them or something. We'll see. That's all going to seed. Radishes. Got some comfrey back there. The black raspberries over there. This one's going to seed. This is a nice carrot, doing well. Our purple Russian kale. Chicory about to go to seed. Up here's just the bushes of the cherries, and I'll be propagating those too, making more. I'll go through that. This is the kale, still going to seed. I got a I harvested a ton already. But again, you just got these little guys. Pop them open, you got your little black seeds in there, so they can go where they lay. Mama's potatoes are done. I haven't been around much, so we got to get those dug out. A little bit of sorghum in the middle of here. See those heads there? Man, the asparagus is kind of getting overtaken time and time again by the hops. Oh, that's a good looking one though, huh? There you go. Good looking asparagus. But hops is a crazy beast. It's great for your property, good for bees. I just say don't actually plant it in your garden. We've had these guys for a while. They're getting really big and really long. I may make this actually quite a bit taller. But these are all the Korean goji berries, a big wall of them. Whoa! There are a lot of people outside that hive today. Look at those bees. I've never seen so many outside. Oh, it's in the shade and I'm not sure if you guys can see that much. There's a ton of bees there. I'll have to go take a peek in there later. Horseradish doing good. A bunch of beans planted here. Green beans. These guys should be our baby peppers. Oh yeah, there they are. Little mini bells. I find that, you know, kids won't eat a whole bell pepper if you just kind of hand them a bell pepper, but they'll eat a pile, like the entire equivalent in baby bell peppers. So that's what's growing in this hugel mound. It's reduced quite a bit. Cacti in the back looking good. Got some other cucumbers growing. We've been munching on cucumbers for a bit now. This area's got to get kind of pushed back too. The dill, oh, some of that's really going to seed well. Some of it's over 5 feet tall right now as we speak. Up over here, more dragonflies. But I want to do some different things with this, and we'll fight this back here soon. It'll be good. And I actually got some friends coming over to get some of these golden raspberries. So we got these from Shalom Acres just a year or two ago. They're amazing. And then as they send out runners, like these little guys down here, you can just lift those and plant them elsewhere on your property or send them on down the road to bless somebody else too. Another strawberry bed with some Chinese gojis peeking out. And then these guys have been cool. This year has been an incredible year for the gooseberries. See them there? We've eaten a lot of them raw. This is just the wild variety from the woods here. These ones ripen to purple. Member of the ribes family, like currants are as well, so pretty cool. More volunteer Malabar up in there. And then some other squash growing in here. So in a lot of ways, that's about the garden right now. You can see here as well behind me. I mean, where I didn't suppress, it is fighting back a lot of weeds. But we'll win this battle. We have, yeah, a lot of incentive, of course. But then, you know, where I did take care of things, and I'm still working on things. This has all been remulched recently. It's looking good, and we'll continue to get it there. As always, this is kind of just part of what we do. It's part of life, part of how we live, part of how we have food security. And man, with some of the stuff in this garden, I don't even know if we could personally eat it all ourselves. There's some supplies out here that I don't think we could exhaust, which is why a lot of times when we have people over, we let them kind of pick a bunch and take home with them as well. We definitely share with our neighbors and things like that too. So I don't know. That's a little bit of what's going on. You can see the Uraizun Japanese wing beans, the Jerusalem artichokes, snake gourds, Malabar spinach. You know, those are all some ones that do really well for us, and we definitely like to grow them. Wow, either a cardinal or a scarlet tanager. So many birds around here too. We had some nests in our garden this year. So many different animals. We see lizards and other creatures all the time up in here. I just love to have it all work together to bless us. So let's look at one of those achichas there. Yeah, cucumber-like taste. I just like to grab them and munch them. If I come out to the garden, it seems a lot of times, like if I do that early in the day, And then I come back kind of when the rest of the family gets up, and it's time for breakfast. Sometimes I'm already full just because the garden's been so awesome to me. But that's a little bit of that. Hopefully it blessed you guys. As always, make progress. You know, if you're planting seeds late, plant them late. It's better than not planting them. If you're struggling with it, you know, live and learn. Put forth some effort, do something, and over time, you know, you'll just get better. You'll gain experience. And I've always been one. I know people who suffer from like paralysis by analysis. They just kind of keep thinking and doing different things, and thinking different things, but they never actually do. I'd rather do. And a lot of times when you give stuff the opportunity, it wants to grow, it wants to thrive, it wants to do these things. So give it the opportunity. It'll probably bless you in the process. All right, Papa out.